Hi, I thought I'd take a little bit of time and show you a device that's out there that allows you to get movies and television shows without use of cable. It's called a Roku 3 box. There's some nice videos out there on YouTube that kind of show you the product overall, but it doesn't really walk you through how you use the interface. And I thought that that's what we would do today. The box itself, the Roku box, is really tiny. I'll use my noodle to point to it. It's this little box right down there. That's all that, I don't know if my videos get capturing it. It's the little box right down there. It's not much to it at all. It doesn't take up much room, and it connects wirelessly to your wireless router in your house. So that's all that you really need to use Roku is a wireless router. You put it down there and hook it up. It's pretty easy. There are videos online that will tell you how to do that, so I'm not going to walk through that. If you turn on your television, the very first thing you'll see on Roku is the screensaver. As soon as the TV comes on here, there it is, the screensaver that's going on. That's the default screensaver. Of course, there's other ones that you could use. If you hit there's a nice little remote that comes with it right here. There's the home button, there's the back button, there's the navigation, and then the OK button. And those are pretty much the ones that I use. So if you hit the home button, then what you will see is the Roku home page. If you go to the right here, there's all sorts of these, what I'll call stations, or I guess they call them channels, all sorts of channels that you can choose from. These are the ones that we've selected and moved into our category. As you see, we've got some general well-known stations as channels on ours, and then we go down through some kid stations, and then we have some games that we have on here, and then also weather stations and going into news. So we have all sorts of things in here. The ones that we picked, they're all basically free with like 3 exceptions, which I'll point out. So we just basically choose the free channels, and that's, we have 21 of them on here. And I'm going to walk through the 3 places we normally live are these 3 right here. We have Amazon, we have Hulu Plus, and we have Netflix. And those are the 3 that we use most of the time. My favorite is Hulu Plus, so I'm going to walk you into that. Push the OK button, and it dives right into Hulu Plus. And as soon as you get into Hulu Plus, it gives you this top thing here. Is it has a new splash page every time that it tries to show you something you may be interested in. It also has TV selections, movie selections, trailers you can watch, kids shows, and then you can queue things up for shows that you definitely want to be able to see on your own. The next line down, it shows you shows that you watch all the time. We're right now really into English shows, so we have a bunch of English shows on here. I'm sure we're going to burn out on that one of these days, but for right now, that's what we have. It shows you some new series and seasons that are on there, things that they recommend based on what you've already watched, popular shows, and it has things that are new and all sorts of popular movies, popular episodes, all sorts of things that you can go to. But where I typically live is where's the movies? There it is. Movies. I go into there. I like to search. You can search by whatever you want, popular, new, or whatever. But I search by genre. Where I usually live is in the classics. There's a lot of TV kids classics. Kid classic movies, I should say, and then there's also just a boat of old movies that are kind of fun to watch. I'm into a kick right now of Charlie Chaplin, so I've watched City Lights. I've watched where's some of the other Charlie Chaplins. This was an interesting one, Glen or Glenda. That was weird. And then Gold Rush. There was some of that. Just a whole bunch of Charlie Chaplin, and there's another one right here, The Kid. That you can watch at your leisure. The other thing that we've been watching a lot of is international. There's a whole lot of international movies that you can choose from. And Hulu is free, but if you get Hulu Plus, which is what you're seeing right here, I think that's $8 a month. So it's not a bad cost, but you get all sorts of things you can watch, and we just never run out of things to watch. So the other things that I would show you about Hulu is that if you look at the upper right corner of the screen, it says search and options. So if I push the star, which is right there on the remote, then it'll go into a search mode, and you can search for whatever you want. We know that Gold Rush is in here, so I'm going to search on Gold Rush. That was that Charlie Chaplin movie, G-O-L D, and there's Gold Rush. So we could go to Gold Rush this way. If you know exactly what you're looking for, this is a good way to search. So if I push star again, we can go into Q. And if you go into the queue, these are things, favorites. I don't remember marking some of these, but maybe my wife did. And then there's some shows that she watches, and some shows that I watch. And it's just everything that you can pick from that you normally want to see and find real quickly. You can do it right here. So that's basically walking you through how you can use Hulu Plus to get to a whole lot of shows, both movies and TV shows. But I'm also going to take you through Netflix, and the grandkids tend to like Netflix. It's not that I don't, but I don't know why it didn't go. You can pick it. You can do this by person, and so there's a profile for me. There's a profile for my wife, and there's a profile for the kids. I think this is my wife's profile right here. I'm not sure exactly which profile this is, but it shows you shows that you normally watch. And then it's my wife's. So it shows that you normally watch, and you can get to them very quickly, or things that they recommend for you. A similar concept to Hulu Plus. Netflix is also about $8 a month. I can't remember exactly how much, but it's within $1 of that, about $8 a month. It's very similar to Hulu Plus. It just depends on which ones strike your fancy. I like Hulu Plus. The kids like Netflix. I'm not sure why the difference is there. Oh, you can get to the different profiles right here. Or we can go out of Netflix and get back to this main menu here that shows all of the channels that you're subscribed to. So the other one that we have, so we get $8 a month for Netflix, $8 a month for Hulu Plus, and then we're already Amazon Prime members. So we also get there's a search capability in Amazon Instant Video. There's a whole lot of videos and TV shows that you can watch for free if you're an Amazon Prime member. So there's just a boatload of things here, similar type of concept to the other two that we've already seen. So I'm not going to walk all the way through it, but there's a whole lot you can watch for free if you're an Amazon Prime member. You can create a queue or a watch list just like you can on the other two. As you can see, we have a lot of kids movies that we watch in here. We also have some TV shows that we watch from time to time. And then there's things that we've purchased. There are certain movies that we've purchased through here. Most of them are for the kids, but they just eat these up. So they're usually about $15 to $20 per movie. But we have them for forever, basically. Now that we've bought them, we can watch them at our leisure forever, and we like that. And then my wife, there's a few TV shows that she likes to purchase, and so we purchase those, and those are additional cost. And so we'll just, for example, this one's not showing it, but let's go to another one. The Suits, is that one? But you can purchase, yeah, here's one. So you can either watch the episode right there, you can add or remove it from your watch list, or what she does is she'll purchase the whole season. So in high definition, the whole season 4 of Suits was $35. And so she does that for some of them. That's because some of the most popular modern shows are not free, and you have to pay for those separately. So there's like a handful, 5, 6 shows that she pays for. If you divide that out over the year, it's still not too bad. We're still saving a ton of money over getting cable. We just don't get all those things that some of the things. One of the main things that are lacking right now, if you go this route, is sports. If you're a sports fan, this may not be the route for you, but I've been reading that there are some new selections coming on, new channels coming on for sports, so it won't be too long before that won't be a problem. So we just covered Amazon Prime, Amazon Instant Video, Hulu Plus, and Netflix, which are these two are the ones we pay for. Everything else on here is free, and so we just take whatever there is that we can get for free, and that's what we use. Some of the other things, there's a movie store in here. There's a search capability where it can search all of the other channels for you and figure out where you can find a certain movie or TV show that you wanted. There's also the channel store, which is where you can go pick a lot of new channels. There's just a bunch of them in here. They list all the new channels, the most popular channels, the free channels, the pay channels. also ones that they recommend. There's just a whole lot of categories on here that you can pick from. News and weather, local news stations are fairly skimpy right now. There's like one from San Diego, one from LA, one from Las Vegas, that basically covers Southern California, but there's more added all the time, so that's going to be an area that's really got a lot of choices here pretty soon. So settings, there's all sorts of settings. We've got it hooked up to our wireless router, as you can see right here. There's themes you can choose from for your screensavers. There's the display type. We've got it in 720p. Captions, you can turn those on or off. Time zones, audio, and then you can go get system updates if you need to. You can restart your system. You can reset it to factory settings, and then you can control privacy. So that's basically how it is. If you want to see how you actually how long it takes to actually bring up a show, let's just kind of show you that. Let's just go to one, and I'll give you an example of how quickly you can go into your TV show or something. Here's one we watched last night, Best of Both Worlds. So I'll click OK on the remote, and we'll bring this up and show you how quickly it comes up. So I just went into that. Watch the next episode or future episodes. This is a show from Australia. We've just watched the first two. We're not sure if we're going to keep watching it yet or not, but it's a pretty good show. So for right now, we're watching it. So we'll watch the next episodes. If you clicked OK right now, it's now retrieving it. It's coming over the wireless internet onto the Roku box, and boom, we're in it. And the very first thing that you usually get is like a 20 to 30 second commercial. You're almost commercial free going this route, but there is a short commercial at the start. And so this is going to be at 20, 30 seconds. And now we're starting the show. This is the show right here. It's an Australian show. It's pretty good. And we're already in it. As you can see, it's got high definition quality to it. And doesn't take long at all. If you have I think it's 3 megabits per second bandwidth left over, a spare on your router or on your internet connection, then you should have no problems using Roku. So that's kind of a walkthrough of everything that the Roku does. Real quickly, there's more that I don't normally use, but I give you the lowdown on exactly what you would need just to do a basic use of it. We've had Roku now for a little over 6 months, and we love it. I hope this is helpful, and it's a very fun little box. Thanks. Bye.